So why do so many people struggle with body language? What's going on? Well, the first thing is, what is body language, right? Because a lot of people act like body language is a representation of what they're thinking. But what body language is a representation of what you're feeling. And the problem that you have, right, is that you're conscious of your body language. And so you're consciously trying to control it. And you're taking over your subconscious. And what's happening is you're not representing your feelings anymore. You're representing your thoughts. And you're trying to represent it consciously. And body language is very complex. And it's very hard to get right. And your subconscious is much smarter than you are. And as a one thought at a time robot, you're trying to control your body. And you get people, like all the people on YouTube, all the people on television, all the famous psychologists, and they are consciously controlling their body. And it sort of looks like awkward, yeah. And it looks unnatural. Because like they're flowing between their left brain body language and their right brain body language. And so it's like a mix-up all the time, yeah. And your left and right brains work in opposites. So when you are subconsciously moving and then you inject your conscious movement into that flow, you completely break the flow. And your subconscious has to try and counter that and continue with its natural body language. And so it's like psychologists have noticed this. And their way around it is to be infinitely conscious body language. And they look stiff and uncomfortable. And they're consciously moving, like when they reach down to like have a drink from their glass of water. And it looks unnatural. Yeah. And like, what problem do they have, right? Why are they stuck in conscious body language? What's going on? Obviously, like, when somebody tells you, now you're breathing consciously, or now you're blinking consciously, suddenly people leave their subconscious control over their body, and they enter, like, conscious control. And their mind is filled with something that their right brain should be doing. And they're taking over control of their body. But the problem is that you can't undo it, right? You can't escape it unless you move on to the next thoughts. So like, It's exactly the same with people who are on TV or people who think they're being watched. And there's this nagging feeling in them of something along the lines of, I need to represent how I feel. And there's also another nagging feeling of like, everyone's expecting me to represent how I feel. But like, feelings are subconscious for a reason. And what does it actually mean when these psychologists on TV and these YouTubers and TV personalities, what does it mean when they're all conscious body language? Obviously, like, it means like they're in a fight with their right brain over who's in control. And what does it tell you about these people, right? Obviously, like, it tells you that they're underdeveloped. So, like, can you get around it, right? Yeah, can you get around it? Obviously, like, sometimes you have moments of conscious movement. Yeah, because you're one thought at a time. So what matters is escaping it. Yeah. And returning back to subconscious movement.